They'll study you.
Once I've been buried in the ice for 30,000 years.
We'll set you on fire.
Oh. This one time.
So, this one time.
This one time?
You know what? This one time.
This one time.
Oh my god, this one time?
The podcast.
Shivo, my name is Carol, and I'm a new listener of yours, and I'm interested in how you handle sickness or injuries when traveling. As a U.S. citizen with what is supposed to be one of the best healthcare systems in the world, are you ever afraid of getting sick while abroad? That is an excellent question, Carol. Thanks for asking. I'm Sheila D.
And I am Evo Terra. Collectively, we are Shivo, and you are listening to This One Time, the podcast. My quick advice for Carol?
Don't get sick.
Don't travel with Sheila.
Because you try to kill me.
No, because
Yes.
if you do travel with Sheila, you will have all of the answers to these questions, Carol, because this chick gets sick and almost dies in every country we've ever been to, I think. I think that's the way it feels, at least.
I didn't get, oh no.
Every country. I'm going with every country.
In France, I didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, whatever. Anyhow, she's a sickly person.
I am not.
And is constantly in need of medical attention. It's like we need to have an ambulance following us around the globe. Do you agree?
I do not.
Okay. What is your take on this?
My take is I have some issues.
To say that is an understatement.
So back on our question, do you ever worry about when we travel?
I constantly worry about you when we travel because I don't know what's going to break next.
I've not broken anything since we've been traveling.
I don't necessarily mean bones. I'm talking about as in the machine of being a human, things break down, malfunctions.
Okay. All right. So let's get back to the question at hand. When we first started, I was a little nervous about healthcare costs, things like that.
Sure.
But because I might have tested out almost every country we've been to, I have no worries at all. In fact, I am more secure in almost every country we've been to about their healthcare system being better and less expensive than the U.S.
I will definitely agree with the less expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever encountered a country where we're concerned about the cost of seeking out medical assistance from countries that have socialized medicine, like the vast majority of Europe, to here in Thailand, which has fantastic healthcare and a socialized system that we cannot be a part of because we're not Thai nationals. But the quality of care, or the price of care, I should say, has never been a factor. I don't know enough about the quality to make that assumption. I know that in Thailand, where we live today, it's fantastic, and we had excellent services provided for us when we were in Europe. But just think back to the horror stories we've heard of people who have been injured in places like Vietnam.
Yeah. Vietnam, it's part of why we decided not to live there.
Yeah.
So it is a concern, but it's not high. I mean, it just depends on where you're going.
It certainly doesn't change or hasn't played any factor at all in where we will travel. It has played a factor in where we decide to live.
Yeah, definitely. With that being said, Vietnam was one of the places we were looking at to live, but made the decision not to because the infrastructure was not solid enough for me to feel comfortable.
Blame the commies, I think, is the right answer there.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Why not? That's legitimate. I mean, Vietnam is a communist country. You can blame it's their fault. I mean, seriously, that is their fault.
Can we get back on the healthcare? So anyway, you've had some interactions, not just me, with healthcare. Yes.
What?
You saw a doctor. You've seen doctors here.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Have you seen one anywhere else?
Yeah, in Copenhagen.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah, I did. I got to see a doctor in Copenhagen, and I saw a doctor here. Anywhere else in between for me? Nope. Because I'm healthy and hale.
You just refuse to acknowledge some issues you have.
Well, sure. Maybe. That could be the case. I don't worry about it because, again, I don't have... I didn't see the doctor a lot anyhow. I didn't have a doctor.
Right.
I haven't had a doctor since I moved out of my house and my pediatrician was no longer my doctor. So
That's true.
Never had a family doctor. So I'm no good at answering these questions. Again, healthy and hale. Hell, I could make it in Antarctica. Actually, there's a lot of doctors in Antarctica.
Yes,
Just
there
not
are.
medical doctors. I think they're more like, climatologists.
They'll study you.
Oh, right. Once I've been buried in the ice for 30,000 years.
We'll set you on fire.
And then Wilford Brimley will come along and say, diabetes or thing.
I love that movie.
Great movie. Do you want to get back on topic?
Oh, yeah.
What was she talking about again? Because I'm already lost. Where she was.
Healthcare and costs for when we travel and if we worry about it.
So, obviously the way to get rid of the costs, there's two ways to keep costs at a minimum. One is get yourself good travel insurance. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot. I'm not going to make any recommendations because there are a lot of them. So just go look, do a little bit of research, and find one that actually works. That's one way, getting travel insurance in case something catastrophically does go bad, that you can either get help in country, or if it gets bad enough, they can repatriate you back to where you were from. Did she say she's from the States?
Yeah. Well, she didn't say she was, but it sounds like it because she's referencing the U.S. and the healthcare system.
That's true. Nobody else worries about healthcare except Americans. So It's not, it's clearly it's a question for us. So that's option number one. Option number two is don't marry Sheila.
I don't think that's an option because I'm not out there to get married.
I guess
again.
that's true, but that's the expensive part of the healthcare. Is it depends on who you marry. Marry right. Double check. Do the whole Gattaca gene test and find out what's wrong with this person, because you're going to have to pay for it, Carol. It's going to come out of your pocket.
I'm blaming you because I was healthy before I met you.
Well, I'm not sure it's the healthy living lifestyle that we're leading these days could make anybody healthy, or should make it healthy. Okay, what else does she have?
That was it. I think we answered her question.
What?
I know. I kept you on track this time.
Thanks, honey.
For a change.
I know. That doesn't always happen that way. Excellent. So another great question came in. Thank you very much. Was it Carol?
Carol, yeah.
Thank you, Carol, for your question. For those listening out there, if you would like to have your question answered on the show, we would be happy to do so, because on this show that you're listening to, this is what we're doing all season long. In case you've missed the memo, you send us in questions and we answer said questions. And the ways you can do that are legion. I much prefer it if you would go to shivo.wtf/call us and leave us a voicemail. 90 seconds, which is a long time. You can ask us anything you want about, travel advice, as we've been getting a lot of travel questions, what it's like to live abroad, what it's like to live with this broad for 30 years, or other sorts of things you might wish to know about. shivo.wtf/call us and ask your question. And also, we're doing another podcast. I don't know that we've really told the people this, but we have this Patreon page, which you have probably heard us talk about before. What we've started doing, our patrons already know, is we're actually recording 2 episodes every week, one of which you're listening to right here, and that's what we just talked about, where we answer your questions. On the other show, we're releasing only to our patrons. We are talking about our future travel plans, what it is that we are doing, where we are going, all the things that we're doing, and excited to see. So if you want to live vicariously through us, now you have 2 ways of doing it. Not just here, where we tell you about what we have done, but on the other show as well, where we'll tell you where we are going, so you can be extremely jealous of the places that we are going, because you're not us, but you can live through us in your ears every week. Just go to shivo.wtf/Patreon and get signed up. It's super cheap. shivo.wtf/Patreon, and we will get you a special RSS feed that you can add these episodes to. They'll also email to you automatically. It's super slick and easy. Sign up today, shivo.wtf/Patreon, and start getting the other show, because that's the fun part, right?
Our music is by Valea Valea.
Thanks for listening, listener. I am Evo Terra.
And I'm Sheila D.
For more life lessons from us, well, we'll do it again next week. Oh, and by the way, again, shivo.wtf/Patreon and get signed up. See you next time. Cheers.